Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. Yeah, the things are things. Looking into the charts and looking into the energies that are coming, and some of the stuff are really, really. You're gonna see it. You're gonna find out. The beginning, that's gonna be this oppositions of the universe. You're fighting. That's gonna be the oppositions with the moon and Uranus in there, but at the end of the day, kind of like a beginning and a late afternoon, you're going to see those energies, the reasons why. That's going to begin of this transitions in the moon that it's exiting Scorpio, beginnings into Sag, and that is going to be this, oh, I need to change. Oh, I need to transform. Oh, I need to find new ways. Oh, I need to stop acting into the old. That energy is gonna come in the afternoon, but late afternoon is gonna be that everything is gonna be mixed. It's kind of like a soup with so many ingredients, and you don't know what kind of ingredients you like or you don't like in the soup. Even the taste of it, it has so many flavors. It's like the all the energy has the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it's spiced out with every spices you can think of. So basically, this is going to be an energy of recognizing that when you make a soup, when you cook a soup, you have to know the ingredients in there, and you're going to be seeking a new way of not just seek what you have all over the kitchen and put it in there and make soup. There's got to be an order. There's got to be an order. There's got to be a change. It's require a new order. It's require a new things. And what is that gotta comes in? The moon is going to be trining Pluto. That's going to be only one kind of like an aspect that's going to be working with Pluto. And that is going to be the when the intuition is kind of like, oh my God, I see what I need to do. I need to improve on this in this position. So with that being said, I'm going to be going you the charts. If you guys know what I'm talking about. So here is your chart. You seeing it right in front of you, and this is going to be the energy at 7 o'clock. That energy, as you see it right in here. This is the ascendant that is between Mercury and Neptune. This unclarity visions right now, all these oppositions from Lilith that it's in Virgo. It's pointing out that there is a shadow of what you want to see the mysteries, the shadow of the authority within yourself, the shadow with the communications is in there. And you're going to be seeing it, those energies. You're going to be seeing it and feeling it, this. And here it's the moon that it's opposing Uranus. But Uranus and Jupiter, they're both squaring Mars and Venus still. Things within the relationships, the new ways of relationships, and so on. But they're leading in here to the North Node in Chiron. Talks about that. What is the new things that you're going to be feeling is right in here. You're going to be seeing it because the moon is going to be trining with the ascendant. You're going to be seeing it that there is going to be a new way, something new, because this is the ascendant rising in the horizon. It's the new day begins, so that's how is the new. It's related to it, but also this Pluto, which is he's right in here, that line with the moon. As the moon is at 26 degrees of Scorpio, of course, that pretty soon is going to be kind of like a moving of that 7 degrees oppositions later on for it, but you're going to feel the effects of overnight of you are going against that universe. You're going against what it is bad, and so on with that. So that's going to be the overall morning energy. Of course, your expressions. You don't want to even talk about the energies. You don't want to hear about the energies. You don't want to even talk about what's going on right now. And you're just silent, hermit mode. All right. So. talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 8 o'clock energies, as you see at the midheaven, it's up here. It helps out with the growth, helps out to see these energies, to understanding this learnings that you need to learn. You have to go through the mud to appreciate the water. You have to go into, to the farm and scoop the poop because it's not only have to getting the milk, you also have to clean up. You have to also communicate the proper ways with yourself. You can't just give in orders. Sometimes you have to listen orders. And there is going to be a lot of going on, but with this, there is a lot of informations. There is a lot of things that comes out of the moon. They're coming in out the shadow. You're going to see this over day. And maybe there is going to be informations that are going to be popping up within you that weren't clarified from the past 2 days. And we're talking about the next hour. This is going to be one of the ascendant is going to be at Uranus up here, midheaven, still at Capricorn. Work stuff, it's going to be okay. The things that you're going to be working, great things, great positions. However, this personal energies here of growth, it is going to be affecting a lot. This is Mars and Venus opposing Jupiter and Uranus. This has been in there, but that is says like, hey, it requires something new. We can't do the same things on Earth. And who's going to win, though? Who's going to win that fight? It's within you. That's what this four energies talking about the lower masculine and the lower feminine versus the higher masculine, the higher feminine that brings the new. You're going to have that fight sooner or later. You're going to understand if you're in that mist of fire right now, you does it. Who helps you though? As you see it here, this divine energies helps you Lilith, which is represents the shadow, things that it's hidden, deep within a subconsciousness, things that you don't say, things that you don't express, and specifically Mercury, Sun, and Saturn opposing Lilith. You don't want to talk about these shadows. There is a stance in the shadow. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about these lower energies because they are kakapupu things, but they are what they are. Go there, see them, understanding the roots. That way, once you pull the root, you won't leave, but you won't understand how to heal the damage. All right, talking about the next tower, the ascendant is going to be at the Gemini. It's going to help a little bit with Venus and Mars in there, being a friendliness and friendliness with what needs to be done. It's all going on for the future. That is the only thing. You may gonna feel like your relationships, your situations are going in, but when you focus with what the future holds and you working on yourself, then that shadow is released in there. And then that shadow leads to the Uranus, and Uranus sends these energies towards Saturn, particularly. And there, it's very good connections in there with that Uranus, with the Sun and the Mercury as well. But that energies are really particular. And at the same time, Saturn is the one who says to Jupiter, what is the area that has to be grown? You pass the test. You pass the test of the mysteries. There is a mystery ways of what you're going on, where are you gonna go, and your consciousness can be going like from left to right. It's like I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what it is. You're talking about Piscean energies. That is the most people who are confused by birth. Okay, but in there, within the confusions, you find the clarities. So you need that because it's at the end you're not sure what you know and what you don't know because of too much you know. But if you have unprocessed and there is no actions isn't there, you need the actions, and that's what is going to happen. The actions is going to begin to be here when at the sun the authority is going to be moving into areas, but right now we are all in this muddy water. All right, talking about the next hour, this is going to be the energy of the midheaven that it's going to be moving from Mars more and more within an Aquarius, adding to this pressure season here. Ascendant, as you see it, there is a divine energies between the moon and um, Pluto. So if you have something in the beginning of the first 5 degrees of of a Cancer, or the last 5 degrees of Gemini, you're gonna find that divine energies in there. You're gonna be seeing those divine energies. That is the innovations and work within yourself, that shadow side that brings the positiveness into the family and the friendship. Okay, what do you want in the for friendship? Not to have a shadow business, not to have a shadow stuff, right? And you have to take this new friendship to frustrations. Whether that friendship goes on into frustrations as a Cancer, because the friendship becomes family, right? But that is the energies that you're learning through this process. All right, so next hour is gonna be your focus of this. You like it or not, you can escape it and so on, but that energy is more directly towards Mars. And Mars is like what I need to do within the shadow. I need to grow and fix this in there. So some of you may be gonna be working on the old masculine or feminine energies, both because they are very close together. They're 4 degrees apart. But talking about this hour, it's more about connections to the masculine, to the father side, which is a little bit earlier. Let me see how much earlier that will be, but that's going to be some uh, this energy. They're going to be increased later on, and there's going to be some. There you go. That's going to be actually at 12:20, 12:19 is going to begin this energy. And as you see it, that energy goes to also towards Venus and Mars. So you're going to be dealing with this, looking at to the masculine and feminine energies, but where are you learning the masculine feminine energies? Through the moon and through the sun. They are your mother and your father. If you haven't seen a good relationship, you don't have idea what is a good relationship is. If you haven't grown up in a good relationship, you don't know what this is. And that is what you're going to be paying attentions on it, because this is going to come in and the energy is support. It's like, hey, look at the family side. Look at this. You're creating something up here, but it's a self creation first. You're creating your own self. Don't expect somebody else to create it for you. Now we're talking about these energies later on. Here it's kind of like almost like the start of David, if you see it, but not that much because it's connecting. But there is this beautiful kite, as you see it, coming in from the ascendant that it's opposing Pluto. But that is going to be the time because the midheaven, it's right. The midheaven, it's not even the first minute yet. It's a 45 seconds within areas, that's going to be giving you these glimpses of the shadow that you need to do it here. You need to act on it. You need to see these transformations from Pluto. You need to see the better positions of family, and you need to act on it. Act on it. You're going to see the visions out. You're going to be prepared for it little by little. All right, so talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 2 o'clock, I need to lower it down a little bit, this, because I changed it. I changed the exact hour, so I can mislead you in hour situations. There we go. So this is the 3 o'clock energy. As you see, that soap with too many ingredients begins to come in. I mean, you have this red energy, you have the green energies, you have the blue energies, you have your intuition goes all over the place, understanding that you need something new, but at the same time, you don't really understanding what else you need to be. Why? Because you have these divine energies from midheaven, but midheaven is squaring Pluto, and you're like, I see this transformation, but I don't know how to do it. You need to learn. Who's going to teach you? Neptune is giving this little visions towards the moon. As you see a Neptune here, it's by himself and it's kind of like enjoying in there. Hermit mode, anybody? Yeah, there you go. There is another side of this hermit mode that it's been going on. But during to that energy, as you see it, is going to be put intentions of this Venus and Mars conjunctions here, looking at them personally. Are you going to take the things personally, or are you going to be moving ahead? Very good positions, because that blue lines here towards the north node is that is a what you have to master yourself. As the same thing, the king is has to learn to become the king. See that divine energies with the sun and Saturn and Mercury up here at Pisces. The mystery is when the king understand, oh my God, I'm responsible for people. Oh my God, I need to grow up. Oh my God, I need to have these advisors more wising. Should I listen to my advisors? But the advisors, they see that I'm immature. That's mean I need to do something. I need to educate myself. And that area is right here. It's going to show you things within yourself that you probably acting immature, but you're also looking at this like, I need to mature more. And that energies later on is going to be comes in and move. They're going to be asking you to grow, but still, this personal energies here with Mars and Venus. Lately, there been a really pain in the neck for it, but that's how it goes. You don't trigger this, you're not going to know what you need to improve in there. But that growth and Uranus squaring all those energies at the same time. Some people don't like that growth, don't like these new things, don't like the rebels. Who doesn't like the rebels? Who doesn't like the new things? Your lower self, okay? Because your lower self love the old ways, the comfort zone, these things in there that you don't have to work. And some of the people are born that way. They think that they should receive everything freely. They don't have to go to work, or if they're working, they gotta be having something else to do the work for them. And this is what makes us we not to think instead of we to think. And that energy right now, it's realized in there. As I said, that the moon is moving into Sag. She doesn't opposing anymore Uranus up here, and she's looking at to these transformations and getting those visions. And the visions that are coming from the ascendant that is at Leo, that divine energy is like exactly that self-realizations. Nobody is responsible for my growth but myself. All right, talking about the next hour, the midheaven it goes into the end of Taurus is going to be opposing the moon. The moon is going to be squaring the ascendant, and the ascendant and Lilith is opposing Mercury, Saturn, and the sun. I have a challenges with the authority and accepting things where they are, or you are just like, I need to see what is going on. Well, if you have the wrong learnings, the wrong logic, the wrong informations, guess what? This total confusions that comes in from Pisces has to face this shadow within. Why did the confusion comes in? Confusion comes in because you hide something within your shadow. You don't want that shadow to come out, but the shadow will come out. The shadow is right now challenging because the shadow says, look at your masculine and feminine energies and look at it. What are you going to do? Are you hiding that shadows inside of you? That's not going to help you with the new destiny that's coming for you. You need to heal. I mean, Chiron and the North Node, they've been sitting there at Aries. It's just like this invisible god that just like sits there, eats popcorn, and is like, oh my God, these guys have so much fun. I like to see them how they struggles in there. Oh, did I gotta help them? No, it's time. I told them how to do it. Now I want to see if they're gonna perform. Just gonna blessing the ones who performs in there, but I'm gonna enjoy the show. The show. I mean, sometimes that's how that energy is, feels like it. And some of you who work with the highest energies, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And they're like, oh my God, you are laughing my, yeah, you can love that. All right. So talking about later on at 6 o'clock, energies, in there, the ascendant is going to be rising with the shadow. Of course, your ascendant is going to be a shadow. You're going to be seeing what I'm hiding this, what I'm looking at in this, what is it going on. But if you don't look at it with that shadow, you're not going to be, if there is not these problems, these red lines up here, you're not going to be able to see the growth in the universe telling you that's the right time. You have to put that authority, you need to learn in there because your love doesn't go away the right way. You want to have it, you need to do it right. But when the shadow clears everything out, when everything is out and spoken, Mars and Venus are coming together and they're coming into the North Node and they know how to do this, becoming a friendship net in here. That is going to be the time that you're probably going to have a very good conversations with yourself, but that could lead to conversations with your counterpart. Okay, challenges with pushing button for the next hour, but it is what it is. All right, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 7 p.m. Friends or not, friends or foes, Neptune is confusing all the situations. Of course, the ascendant at Virgo is also opposing Neptune, adding it's like there is no logic of none of this that you're saying. Why there is no logic? There is no logic. There will be no logic because the shadow, it's cloud everything. You have not the whole information. It's kind of like you have the half of the pieces. You have the half of the informations. There is something is out there that it's confusing you, and you are asking why. Why is that happened? Well, it's a lot of duality. You haven't made up your mind, or you're twisting the things. So kind of like a look at it in there. What is that? And now you're confused. I did this. I can tweak this. I tweak that, but I don't get anything. Why are you tweaking it when it was already made? Why was it perfect when it was already been? Well, I just wanted to see. What do you see? Question is, what do you see? Fog, confusion, right? Is that like a little kid that all of a sudden did something, kind of burns the TV and TV is burned and the kid is like, I don't know what happened. I did nothing. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. When you make a mess, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so talking about balance right now in the next hour, the balance is needed. You feeling at this, and finally the moon has moved at Sag. That balance right here, it's working right now. There's going to be these energies with the moon and Pluto. As you see at the moon, it goes at 3 degrees. That connection with Pluto, it's really needed. And Neptune gives that energies towards the moon, which is going to be fade out pretty soon. But the overall energy is about this hour. That is going to be this energy here within the family. It's going to be because the authority, the creations is about that. Okay, no family, no making kids, no continuations, right? For it, and you see this energy that is disbalanced right there. Currently, that disbalance is coming. But as you see it, are you creating the right family? Because you cannot create the right family, it doesn't make you create unhappy kids, unhappy family. You're understanding this process now. Okay, so talking about the next hour, which is this is going to be kind of like the soup of the loop. Here you see it, the energies are all over the place. For it, the ascendant is with the south node, this big red line that it's all the time. Actually, this is the uh, head, and here is the end of the dragon, or this is the north node, south node energies. And you see it, there is this divine energies that comes in from Mercury, and right here it's Uranus. Towards this, if you have something in Libra during this degrees, talking about the 15th, maybe 13, 14, 15 degrees in there, for it, you may gonna receive these divine messages, this divine guidance, right now from the universe that it's coming towards you. Okay, you want to feel those energies. So pay attention to what you have in Libra specifically, as I said. I mean, Jupiter is at 11 degrees, so that is a like when you take 3 degrees, like the 8th degree, all the way to the 14th, 15th degree in there. And Mercury is at the 15 degree, 40, 54 minutes. So when you take 3 degrees apart of each end, that's the 18, 19 degree, and that is about the 11th degree, some sort. So take it at that balance actually is going to be feedback in there. There's going to be a balance within these confusions here, but there's going to be a balance within the material world. Understanding about that soup. You gotta have balanced stuff, not too much salt in the soup. It's too salty. Balance. And we're talking about the balance right in here. The ascendant is gonna be squaring Pluto. You see this so many divine energies all over the place. The south node, it is divine energies now with Jupiter in there. You have this ascendant divine energies with Neptune, Mars and Venus and divine energies with Lilith, and here there is the midheaven divine energies with the Sun. So basically, the divine energies are all over the place in there. You have synchronization energies, but those synchronization energies, they have to go through a tough time. Can't just go into paradise without being walking through hell. Doesn't work that way. Otherwise, you bring in the hell with you in the paradise. You gotta be cleaned, gotta be wiped. Okay. And here is at 11 o'clock energies up here. Of course, it's all over the place. Again, you may gonna feel like all over the place and nothing works. Whatever you see, only thing that's gonna work is the shadow side. The ascendant, there is from Scorpio, and then it goes on towards Pisces, and that reflects into Taurus. The rest of it, that's going to be the fight within you, within the divine, or the divine fights within you. You're going to be have these fights, and usually I don't see when I see these energies in there. That leads to we'll talk about actually here tonight exactly about the dark night of the soul energy, and I'm gonna say why that is. It feels like this because as you see it, the ascendant goes in there. You see how these energies are coming more and more stronger. And we're talking about the energy passing 1:30 or 1 o'clock, and now you're gonna see these energies so much powerful right in here. So about those energies for you, uh, just being within yourself, do the things and wanting as suggestions, just go with the flow and see. Refrain from actions because the actions is going to be coming in soon. But you first have to seek and understand the roots of those energy, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you tomorrow.